some factors regarding stretching. Stretching is a very, very important part of your fitness and your exercise program. A lot may think that stretching isn't very important because it's not a very active activity, but I warn you and I beware that it's very important, as number one, the main thing that stretching offers is it helps to avoid injuries. And also stretching your muscles also helps to heal injury. Now understand, when it comes to stretching, you do have to understand the process of stretching. If you choose to stretch before you train, that's fine, but it has to be very, very light. Do not pull hard with the muscles. Never, ever bounce during stretching. You want to reach out, stretch, and hold the stretch. Now, what you want to do is compare your muscles to a rubber band. You take a rubber band, throw it in a freezer, and leave it in there for a little while. Once the rubber band's cold, you take it and pull it hard and pop. That rubber band's going to break. Same things with your muscles. Before you choose to work out, your muscles may be a little chilly, they may be a little cold, they may not be, as flexible, just like the rubber band, so you can't stretch hard. You can stretch lightly, to use stretching just to warm your muscles up and kind of get the blood flowing. That's okay. Now, the best time to stretch is after you've got a light bead of sweat, rolling down the head. You got a light warm up, maybe jump some rope, maybe ran a little while light just to get your muscles warm. Now you can stretch a lot harder. And this is when you can start to gain flexibility in your stretching. That's when you go for a harder, heavier stretch. The best time to stretch is in the middle of your workout or after your workout, when your muscles are hot. When you're in a good, nice, strong sweat, that's when your muscles are at their biggest peak, where they can be stretched and they're very flexible. And this is also the good time to stretch if you're trying to gain flexibility, such as, say, in your kicks, in your batting swing, your golf swing, whatever it is. Once your muscles are hot, that is the best time to stretch. So in this section here, we're going to cover a lot of different stretches that you can use. Remember that stretching will aid you in speed. It will aid you in gaining power. It will aid you in endurance. Most importantly, it'll aid you in injury reduction. So remember how important stretching is. With abtfitness.com, thank you. Hello, I'm going to take you through some basic stretches that you can use to get your body warmed up and also to use in the middle of your workout to gain flexibility. First stretch we're going to use is going to stretch out the groin muscle here. It's called a butterfly stretch. Pulling my feet together, put them as tight as I can, take my elbows, push down on my thighs. And here I'm just going to do like a 5-second hold. The time hold you want to use will be anywhere from 60 seconds to 120 seconds. It can even go 2-3 minutes depending on how much flexibility you're trying to gain. So this right here is a butterfly stretch. Okay. Next stretch is going to be a hurdle stretch to target my hamstring muscle. I'm going to put my left leg out. Right foot comes in. As you know, as we all know, a lot of track stars use the hurdle stretch, especially people who run high hurdles. The stretch when they use goes back this way, but we have found that knee problems and hip problems can be caused. So we'll just leave it to the track stars. We're going to use it right here. Pulling my foot in, and I'm going to reach with my opposite hand to opposite foot. Left foot, right hand reaches. If I can, grab toes. Pull that foot back. That's going to help extend the stretch on that muscle. Take my forehead and try and get it down to that kneecap. Okay? Now, if you can't reach that far, that's okay. Go for the ankle. If you can't reach the ankle, that's okay. Just reach and stretch. That's going to get that hamstring and that lower back right there. As soon as I'm finished on that side, I switch. Go to the other side. Right leg is out, reaching with the left hand. Grab, back. Now I want to make sure I keep my knee flat on the ground. Don't cheat with your stretching because you're trying to get your toes and bring your knee up. That's not stretching. The most important thing is we have to remember is what our objective is. My objective is to stretch this muscle. So if I can only get down this far and I feel that muscle stretching, that's better than cheating and doing this and not even getting down there, okay? All right, the next stretch we're going to go is a crossover stretch. What I'm doing is putting the right foot out, left foot on the floor. Left foot goes outside the right knee. Take my right elbow, put it outside my left knee. I'm going to look to my left. Looking to the left, I'm going to push to the right with my elbow. All right, and then the other side, right foot goes up, okay? Left foot's down, left foot outside of the left knee. Take my left elbow, put it outside my right knee, push this way to the left, look to the right. And that's going to stretch out my buttocks, okay, and my hip flexors also on the side. Next stretch is a T stretch. This is a very good stretch to use. You can use it at any time. I'm going to open my legs as wide as I can. What I'm going to do is take my hands and reach. Right there. Use those fingers to crawl and pull myself. This is getting right there, those hamstrings very good, and it's gonna get the lower back muscles. And like I said before, the count that you want to use will be anywhere from 60 seconds, 120 seconds, however long you want to go, okay? Next stretch is gonna be for the ab muscles here. I'm gonna lay down on my stomach. I'm just gonna take my palms, my hands, push right up right here. That's gonna stretch those abs out. Okay. Now I'm gonna sit here in what we call Seiza. As you can see, from behind, got my right toe on top of my left toe. My buttocks gonna sit right on my heels. Okay? That's gonna stretch out my quad muscles. Right here. Sit back and stretches my quad muscles. Okay? The more of a stretch you want, just lean back. If you have really good flexibility, you can go ahead and go from here, and I can just fall straight back to my back. Okay? I'm gonna stretch those quad muscles. And of course, getting out of this position, I'm just gonna roll over. Go right over, so I get right back to position. Okay? Now we want to stretch out the biceps and pecs. What I'm gonna do, bring my hands out front, turn to the side, turn my palms over as far as I can, and pull my arms behind me. This is also going to stretch my shoulders or the deltoids right there in the front. Okay? Stick my chest out, bring my arms as high as I can. Show you from the side. Right here, palms down, turn the palms, come back, and up. Now for the shoulder muscle, I'm gonna reach across, grab support, take my left hand across, reach across, support, and pull. It's gonna stretch out the rear shoulder. Then do the same thing opposite. Reach across, right hand, reach across my body. Take the left, right behind the elbow, support the pull. Now for the tricep muscle, I'm gonna reach straight up above my head, my left hand, bend at the elbow like I'm trying to scratch my back. I'll show you from behind. Right here. Trying to stretch my back. Reach with this hand, pull. Scratch my back, reach the other hand, support at the elbow and pull. That's gonna stretch my tricep muscle out. The same way with the other side. Reach to the sky, bend the elbow, scratch my back, reach up, grab that elbow, pull. Okay, to stretch out the forearm muscles. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my hand, my fingers, pull forward, all right, and I can also pull back. Forearm muscle is kind of a hard area to target for a stretch. It's mainly done by bending at the wrist. Be careful bending the wrist because it doesn't take many pounds of pressure to break the wrist. Don't grab that wrist and slam it, you'll break your own wrist. Okay? Okay, and to stretch out my calf muscle, what I'm going to do is go to a standing position. Camera's going to move with me. Put my left leg forward, almost like I'm in a running position. Go up, you see my right foot, go up on my toes, and I'm gonna stretch that leg, lock that knee, and lean forward on my left leg. That's gonna stretch that right calf muscle. Then for the other side, right foot forward, left foot back, go up on my toes, get good. Reach out here, I'm gonna just put that heel down on the ground. Put that heel on the ground, so I stretch that calf muscle. Okay, a really good stretch for the lower back. If you can get to this position, kick over stretch. I'm gonna go from right here. What I'm gonna do is just roll back, put my toes, grab my toes. I'm gonna try to lock my knees. Hold on to those toes. Those are some basic stretches for you from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to cover a little bit of information regarding calisthenics. Calisthenic exercises are great. The one thing that calisthenic exercises have to offer that weightlifting doesn't have to offer is it teaches you how to master and control your own body. Instead of trying to pick up some other kind of weight and throw it around and toss it around, it's teach you how to use your own body. We can get ourselves in superb fitness with calisthenic exercises. The other good thing about calisthenic exercises is it strengthens the tendons, because sometimes when you go to using too much weight, as far as weightlifting or bench pressing, a lot of technique is lost. You know, people start to throw the weights, you're not focusing totally, completely on the muscle. So the calisthenics are great. These are great for strengthening the body, great for building up speed. That is a great exercise, and that's what I'm going to cover here for you. abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to cover the push-up exercise. The push-up exercise is an excellent exercise for building every muscle in the body. This exercise can give you everything you need in fitness if you learn how to do it correctly, and I'm going to show how to do it correctly. Of course, there are many ways to do a push-up exercise. I'm going to show you a basic one for this clip here. Palms are nice and flat on a good, safe surface. I want to make sure I'm not on the surface I'm going to slip and lose my hands, because as you start to working hard, you start to sweating. You know, sweat can roll down your arms, get under your palms, and you can slip. And what's going to stop you when you slip like that is your face. So we don't want that to happen. Okay, my hands go flat, palms down. I go up on the balls of my feet and my toes. Back is straight. What I'm doing, head up. I'm gonna come down. My chest is going to touch. Then I come right back up to full extension. I do not want to lay on the ground. This is a very important part of the exercise. Is when I'm right here, is I want to touch and come right back up. Touch, right back up. Touch, right back up. Locking my elbows, but not hyperextending them. Don't hyperextend and let your body weight sit on your elbows. You can't injure yourself. Okay? Here's a side view. Head up, down, touch, back up. Touch, back up. Touch, back up. Touch, back up. Proper breathing. I'm gonna breathe in, going down, out, coming up. That's the proper way to execute a push-up exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to cover the sit-up exercise. I'm going to sit on my buttocks. My feet will plant right in front of me. If you're not used to doing this exercise, you may not be balanced or strong enough yet where you can do this without someone holding your feet. Or if you don't have a partner, you may want to take something like the edge of your couch or the edge of a workout bench to place your feet under so your feet don't come off the ground when executing the exercise. Okay? What I'm going to do from here, I'm going to cross my arms across my chest. My objective is to come up and touch my elbows, forearm area to the top of my knees. Go right back and then sit up. Breathing out as I come up. And as you can see, I'm not bouncing. I'm not rocking really hard. A lot of times the way people cheat is they'll hit the ground. Again, we want to remember our objective. Our objective is to build the stomach muscles, to build those abs, not to see how many sit-ups we can get in. Unless you're in a contest to see how many sit-ups you can get in, you may be able to get away with a lot of the cheating exercise. So you want to take our time, come down, let my body weight stop, movement stops. That way I'm going to have to use full stomach muscle to raise back up. Touch, down, raise back up. Touch, down, raise back up. And that is the proper way to do a sit-up exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate the potato chip exercise. The potato chip exercise exercises the ab muscles, the legs, and a lot of other muscles in the body, as you'll be able to see when I execute the exercise. Okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to sit on my buttocks, my hands. I'm going to make a diamond with my hands behind my back, right at the small of my back. See here, right there. I don't want to sit on my hands. I'm going to use my hands to support my body as I execute the exercise. So I'm right here. I lay right back on my hands. Okay, knees are together. And I'm going to lay out, just like that. Okay, the exercise is here. Crunch up as tight as I can. Lay back out. Now when I come down, I don't want to lay out on the ground. I'm not taking a nap here. Okay, I'm just coming down right here. My legs are still about an inch off the ground, as you can see, because I want to work the whole time. And then I'm come back up. Breathing out as I squeeze. And that is the proper way to execute a potato chip exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to cover the plank exercise. Planks are awesome exercises. They work the whole body, even though it looks like nothing is happening at all, because there's actually no motion or movement to the exercise. Guaranteed when you try it out, you're gonna love it. All right, the first thing is make sure I got a good safe surface. It's not wet. Make sure my body isn't wet. I don't want to slip. It's like I said, you slip from this low on the ground, what's probably gonna catch you is your face or your head, okay? What I'm gonna do is go right to my forearms, all right, and then up as if I'm in a push-up position. This is the exercise right here. This is going to work those abs, lower back, calves, shoulders. It works just about everything in the body. Okay, I'm keeping my body nice and straight from a side view. Body's nice and straight. I don't want to sag. I don't want to have my buttocks up in the air trying to relieve pressure. The idea is to allow all of that pressure. I want to feel that pressure right there. Okay, side plank. Come right here. Put that forearm down. Right on that elbow and forearm, come right up. Put this foot on top of this foot, arm to the side. You're gonna really feel that working that lat, shoulders, working that body there. All right, then we'll switch, do the other side. Right here, foot down, foot on foot, raise up. Bounce on that elbow, and down there on my foot and calf there. Okay, right there and hold. And that's how to execute a plank exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate how to execute the skydive exercise. The skydive exercise will work the lower back, shoulders, hamstrings, buttocks, everything in back. That's all the muscles you're going to work, everything in the back there, okay? Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you from a side view, a lot easier for you. I'm going to make sure I got a good surface to lay on, good and clean. Lay on my stomach, and all I'm doing is acting like I'm skydiving. Arms go out to the side, get my feet together. Okay, you can also do with your feet apart if you want for a different feel. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach up, bring my legs up, bring my heels up, and my palm and the knuckles of my hand to the ceiling, and raise my head at the same time. You can see how that's squeezing those back muscles, all those muscles behind me are getting squeezed together. And I can do it in sets. I can just hold, or I can do them in counts. 1, 2, 3. That is how you will execute a skydive exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate how to execute the sit-out exercise. The sit-out exercise is an exercise that stems from American wrestling. It is a very powerful exercise. It works every muscle in the body. It will give you a great workout. So I'm going to demonstrate first of all, make sure I got a good safe surface to work on, nice and dry. Being very careful if I've already been working out, my arms are sweaty, watching out for sweat dripping down my arms that may get under my palms and my hands slip from underneath me. Both palms down, and now it's almost like I'm in a push-up position, except I'm going to go to my toes. Okay, show you from the side. Here, I go to my toes like a cat. I'm ready to move now. This is all the slow exercises are over for this one. All right, now what's going to happen? I'm here. I'm going to take my left leg, and I'm going to come right through here. See, like I'm sitting out. That's why it's called the sit-out exercise. So again, what happens, I gotta remove this hand. I can't do it if that hand's in the way. So this hand goes behind me. What I like to do is I like to slap the mat to give me some sound, put a little action into it, and then come right back and slap the mat again. I'm gonna do the same thing, opposite side. Right leg goes through, left hand goes back. All right, then I'm gonna come back, smack again. So here. Just like that. And that is how you execute a sit-out exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone. I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a jumping jack exercise. The jumping jack exercise is a very underestimated exercise. It can give you a good workout. You try to knock out about 100, 200 of these bad boys and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now first of all, make sure I got a good surface. I don't want to slip, lose my footing. All right? And all you're going to do is jump, hands open. Now land, hands will be closed. Open, close, open, close. It always helps to clap the legs to help with your exercise. I'm jumping on the balls of my feet, not on my hips. And that's how to execute a jumping jack exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a squat exercise. A squat exercise focuses mostly on the quad muscles, the muscles right here in the leg, but a squat exercise actually does work just about every muscle. It's a very, very good power exercise. Okay, the first thing I want to make sure I got a good surface. I can do this either barefooted or with tennis shoes on, whichever way I choose. And what I'm going to do, I like to do what's called Frankenstein squats. Stick my hand straight out in front of me like the old Hollywood mummy movies, monsters, okay? From there, my feet are shoulder width apart. I'm just going to come right down and back up. Keeping my head up. I don't want to look down, okay, because that'll make you lean forward. I want my back straight, as you can see here. Breathing out as I go down so I can push up, in, out. All right, I don't want to, now this is something that's important. If you're a first-time exercise individual, you don't want your legs to go past that 90-degree angle right there. I want to keep them there and come right back up. That's making sure the muscles getting full exercise. Once you pass that point, the muscle can't work from here. Then you start getting to the tendons working. Now that's okay for like martial art enthusiasts. Me personally, I always go all the way down, sure not to bounce, and back up. Nice and smooth movements. And that is how you execute a squat exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a diamond exercise. The diamond exercise focuses majorly on the tricep muscle. This is a super power exercise. You want to assure that you are strong enough to execute it. It is possible for you to injure yourself if you can't, because your body will be balanced in a position where if you're not strong enough to come out of the exercise, you can fall and injure your nose. So be careful when trying this exercise. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count out 5 hands in front of myself. As you see, I'm sure from the side view. Put my feet together. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to count out 5 hands in front of my feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I get to 5, I'm going to lock my knee. I'm going to make a diamond right here, right there. I'm going to talk about the diamond. And then I'm going to lock my knees. My knees are locked. Now my objective is to drop, put my nose right in that diamond, and come back up. Push up. Push up. Push up. Push up. I'm going to show you from a front view. Making that diamond. Come right here and get the hand count so you don't think I'm cheating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right in front of each other. That diamond's right there. Come up, lock those knees, drop that nose, right into that diamond and push up. Exhaling when I push. Right there. That is how you execute a diamond exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone. I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a lunge exercise. The lunge exercise will work the quads, the calves, the hip areas, works the legs a lot, but you can put some work on the lower back, okay? And depending on how hard you do it, you can start to work every muscle in the body. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with my hands on my hips here. That's where I like to go. Several ways you can do them. Some people like to do Frankenstein lunges. That's perfectly fine. But we're we're going to start with the hands on the hips. What I'm going to do, feet are together. And what I'm going to do is just step back. So one step out the camera. I'm just going to take a step. My right leg, my left knee barely touches the ground. I don't want my knee to touch. I don't want to slam my knee. Because if I do that, I can injure my knee. Plus, I'm hurting the exercise. So there, I come right back to position. Okay? And I switch feet, do the same thing with the other foot. Barely touch, back to position. Now, barely touch, back to position. Back is straight, barely touch, back position. Head is up. Now, drop the head. Show you from the side view. Feet here, right leg out. Knee barely touches, back position. Barely touch, back position. Barely touch, back position. Barely touch, back position. Hands out, while I work my shoulders at the same time, slightly. Back position. Back position. And that is how you execute a forward lunge from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone. I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a side lunge exercise. This exercise does target the legs, and it will place a lot of concentration on the hip flexor area and the hips on the side here. Okay, make sure, number one, that you do have a good dry surface. Your body will end up in a position during this exercise where if you've got a wet floor or anything like that, you can lose your footing and end up hyperextending or overstretching the muscle. Okay, I'm going to go the right legs. I'm going to go to the right first. The right legs, what I'm going to do is the right leg's going to stay bent. The left leg's going to stay straight. Start with my feet together. I'm going to go out, in, right here. Here's the exercise here. I can really feel in that hip flexor. Then I'm going to come back up. I'm going to do the same thing, opposite side. Now the left leg bends, right leg straight. Back up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and up. And that is how to execute a side lunge from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone. I'm going to demonstrate how to execute lunge walks. Again, just like the lunge exercise, this brings a little bit more fun to the exercise instead of the standing position. Hands are going to go on my hips. What I'm going to do, the feet are going to start off about shoulder width apart. And what I'm going to do with the right leg, I'm going to step and squat. Then I'm going to come back up to start position. Then I'm going to step with the left leg. Step, squat, come back up, switch, step, squat, come back up, switch, step, squat, come back up. Now do it back the other way. Squat, step, squat, step, squat, step, squat. Keeping my back straight. Doing the exercise, don't lean, don't fold. All right, head is up, head's not down. And that is how you execute a walking lunge exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a leg curl exercise. The leg curl exercise is going to target the hamstring muscle of the leg. Very important area to target, especially since a lot of our exercises target the quad muscles of the leg. You don't want those quads to get so much stronger than the leg, the hamstring, that you go to do exercise or go to run and this muscle overpowers that one. That's how you get a muscle injury, or you'll end up pulling that hamstring. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you from the side view. All I'm doing is raise my heel to my butt. Heel to my butt. Okay? Now you may need something to support to hold yourself balanced. That's perfectly fine. Okay, right here. Bring that heel up and I'm squeezing as I come up there so that muscle works. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to just kick up there. You're not going to get anything out of the exercise. Right up and squeeze. Here, right up and squeeze. As you can see, I show that leg muscle is squeezing. The leg muscle, squeezing. And do the same thing with the opposite side. Squeeze. Squeeze. Now give them a slight hold. Squeeze and hold. Okay? With both legs. And that is how you execute a leg curl exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a toe raise exercise. Toe raise exercise will target the calves of the legs. Okay, I'm going to show you I'm going to spin around and show you here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the balls of my feet. Now I don't want to get on my toes. We're not ballerina dancers. Just right to the balls of my feet. Step my feet together. Knees are slightly bent. And just going up and hold. Then back down. 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 If I really want to get a good target on my calf muscles, because we know the calf muscles bring a lot of power for running, walking, especially for kicking. A lot of kicks are thrown. We use that calf muscle, push off those toes to get that leg off the ground good and fast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a different variety of placing my feet. I can go here. That's targeting pretty much the center of the calf. Okay? I'll turn my feet in. Okay? And go up on the toes. Right there. That's going to target the outside of the calf muscle. Okay? Then I'm going to get turned out, like we call it ballerinas, and go up. That's targeting the inside of those calf muscles. So you can run through those 3 different exercises that'll really give you some nice calves. And that is exactly how you would do a calf muscle exercise, toe raises, from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a dip exercise. Now I'm going to use a sit-up bench here. Pretty much dips can be done on just about anything. You can use a chair, as long as it's a good sturdy surface, because you are going to be in a position where the balance and where the position of your body is going to rely on the piece of equipment that you are using. The first thing I'm going to do is sit on the edge, okay, right here. I'm going to take my palms, make sure it's nice and dry, slick, taking a chance of hurting myself, okay? Put my palms there, and then what I'm going to do from there, I'm just going to walk out so my buttocks are no longer sitting right there. Keep my knees bent, and I'm just going to drop down, bending at the elbows, and push up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's going to exercise those triceps and your shoulders, okay? Now, if I really want to put a strain on, straighten those knees out. Right there, now, my triceps and shoulders are taking all of my body weight. Down, up, down, up. If you feel your back hitting the bench or the chair, you just need to move out a little bit further. Down, up, down, up. And that is how you would execute a dip exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to go over the execution of some flex training. Flex training can come in handy when you're in a position where you have access to no equipment. Of course, calisthenics work for that also, but sometimes calisthenics can get boring. Now, one of the big pluses of flex training is, number one, it teaches you to control the exact muscle in your body that you're trying to target. This helps big time when it comes to weightlifting, when you're trying to lift weight and you're trying to control weight that doesn't belong to your body, and you want to target the exact muscle that you're trying to hit. I'm going to start off with the neck, and what I'm going to do here is I'm leaning forward and I'm straining the neck muscles back. All I'm doing is making those muscles flex. Same thing to the side. Start my head here and pull to the side. Just flexing that muscle over there. Okay, all I'm doing is using my mind to control my muscle to make it do what I want to do. Now I'm going to go the other way. Okay, now we're going to go to the shoulders here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift those shoulders and roll them. Lift, roll them back. Lift, and roll them back. Now the cool thing about the flex training is you get out of it what you put into it. If you're just doing this and hey, this isn't working, then yeah, you're right, it is not working. But if you really put the strain and flex those muscles and try to make it work, you're going to feel the exercise. Check it from behind, roll those shoulders. Target those shoulder muscles. Make them squeeze, almost like I'm trying to take those muscles and squeeze my head and make my head pop, okay? Now we're going to work the deltoid muscles here, the shoulders right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my elbows, I'm going to act like a bird trying to fly, as if there's weight on top of my arms. I'm going to lift it all the way up, then back down. Up, and back down. Up, and back down. Up, and back down. Up, and back down. Now for the front of those shoulders, hands in front of me here, start here, I'm going to up above my head and then back down. Just like if I'm lifting weights, I'm working out, okay? Except there's no weights there, I'm just flexing those muscles. Flexing those muscles, okay? Flexing those muscles. Next one's going to be the chest. What I'm going to do is take my arms out to the side here. I can have my elbows bent, or I can have them here, out to the side. And I'm going to squeeze that chest together, okay? Squeeze. 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 The next one we're going to show is my back. Turn around so you can see here. Almost the same thing as working the chest, except opposite. Now instead of coming forward, I'm going to squeeze back. Squeeze. Next, I'm going to focus on the abs. Okay? Right here, all I'm doing is bend that over. Scrunch those abs. Bend and scrunch. Bend and scrunch. Okay? Bend and scrunch. Learn how to get control of the muscles of your body. Get control of your body. Okay? This is very important, especially if you're just starting in weightlifting. You got to get control of your muscles, but you're going to cheat yourself. You're not going to get the results that you really, really want. Okay? Next is going to be the bicep. All I'm doing is right here, curling. Bring that arm. I'm going to take that hand and turn that hand as far as I can that way. Go all the way down. Start from full extension. Curl up. Right? Relax. Curl. Relax. Curl. Same thing on the other side. Relax. Curl. Relax. Curl. Relax. Curl. Now to the tricep. Go do the opposite of what I did for the bicep. Go push down. See that tricep. It's up to me to apply the resistance. There's no weight there. Other side. So I have to master my body to make that muscle flex like I want it to. Okay, next is the forearms. For the front of the forearms, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my hand up, palms facing. I'm going to crank down, just like that. Crank down. Crank down. 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 So that's making that forearm pop out. Just like that. Get control of those muscles. Okay? Same thing other side. Okay? For the top of the forearms, I'm going to come back. Opposite what I was just doing. See that muscle flexing right there. Raising my wrist up. You should be able to see that muscle flex. Take your hand, put it on, and the muscle should feel it contract. And the other side. All right, next I want to get my hip flexors. Now this is something also you may need something to hold on for support if your balance isn't very good. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand, take all the weight off my right leg. Okay, so if I got my weight on that leg, I can't lift it. What I'm going to do is just right here, ready to lift. I'm squeezing right there, squeezing my own hips, okay? Feel those muscles. Same thing with the opposite side. On my body weight here. Same thing also for the side of my hip flexors. Now you may think this looks like a female aerobic exercise. You may be thinking it's funny. And trust me, first of all, aerobics will kill you. Okay, those legs, go into the room with those legs, they'll wear you out of that room. But understand something. This is also something we've been using for years in the martial arts. A way that we strengthen our legs so we can knock people out. So it's not as sissy as it may look. What I'm going to do, stand here, body weight on my right leg, and bring that hip up to the side. Flex it right here, okay? What that's going to do is help me with my side kicks if I'm a martial artist. Okay, then the other side. Bringing that foot up. Remember, I'm focusing on flexing that muscle. Right there, just like that. Okay? Next thing I want to work is those quads. Really important. All right? I'm going to do it again. Bring that knee. Come right here. I'm just going to bring that leg up and flex. See me flexing that leg. Hyperextending that knee. Don't hyperextend it too much. Don't go quick either. You throw those toes to the ceiling, it's going to bust your knee up. All right? Right here, just making that muscle flex. See it flexing there. All right, then the other side. Just flexing. flex exercise I can hold as long as I want to hold, okay? All right, next, I'm going to get the hamstring muscle right there. Bring that, hold this, flex that muscle. Hold. See it flexing there. Switch to the other side. Okay, now for the calf muscle, of course, you probably think I'm going to do toe raises, but I don't even need to use the pressure of the ground for flex exercises. So what I can do, I can hold on to something if needed and take my foot off the ground, or I can even sit and do this. All I'm going to do is flex that, it's right there, flexing that calf. You see right here. So one leg, flex that calf. And the other side. Another muscle to target is the tibial muscle right in front of the shin. Same thing, stand here, very big, bring that foot off the ground, just bring those toes up. Toes up. Toes up. Toes up. Okay? And the other side. Toes up. Toes up. Toes up. Okay? And that is how you go through a flex exercise routine to build your muscles from abtfitness.com. To go over some basic machine use for weightlifting. As you can see, some of the machines we have here, we have basic Cybex equipment. Pretty much the movements of most machines operate the same because the whole idea of the machine is to target a certain muscle area. Most of the adjustments as far as the seat height, the distance for the reach of the arm, pretty much operates the same as you'll see on the Cybex equipment here. If you are using any kind of equipment that may seem very, very difficult to figure out how it operates, be sure to work with a personal trainer, someone at that facility, or have a personal trainer come to you to show you how to use it properly. Equipment can be very dangerous. Now, and I will cover that in a second. The one thing is that equipment does offer you assistance in weightlifting. It's very good for people who are just starting to lift weights, who don't have much information or much knowledge towards how to lift weights, and it's also good for people with handicaps. You may have an injury or something that you're trying to make sure you don't re-hurt. You don't have a lot of dead weight, so if you get injured, the machine can catch you sometimes and help you with recovering from a position that you were in that you can no longer handle the weight. The dangers of machines is, number one, you have to be very careful checking your cables. Make sure the cables are tight. A loose cable can get you injured. Also, avoid and watch pinch points. Watch where your hands are, especially if you have a partner with you. Make sure when they're tired, they're not leaning on the equipment, sticking their hands in a position where when you execute the exercise, the weight's going to come up and crush their hands, crush their fingers. Another thing to watch out for is if the equipment's wet, slippery handles, your hands can slip, the weight can fall. And another big thing is making sure that your equipment is adjusted nice and tight. You adjust the seats, adjust the pulleys, whatever it is that you're adjusting for the length of your arms or the height of your body. You want to make sure that everything's locked in tight, and that once you start to execute and lift weight, it's not going to cause you a problem and slip or you fall or something like that, because that will cause injury. All right, we're going to go over some exercise here on the circuit equipment for you, and from abtfitness.com, that's what we're going to cover. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate the flat bench exercise. The first thing, of course, is making sure that I have a good sturdy bench to use. I don't have a spotter with me today. I'm going to be demonstrating with lightweight. My whole objective is just to show you the correct way to do the exercise, and not to show you what I can max out on. Now, it's best whenever doing a bench press exercise, if you're using any kind of medium to heavy weight, to have a spotter with you. This is lightweight for me, so I don't need a spotter to demonstrate today. All right, first thing, make sure you got a good bar that's not bent. Make sure you got your weight so secure. Make sure you have collars. Always use collars. Anything can happen. Even though I may be strong enough to lift this weight, injury may occur, or something may happen where I lose strength in an arm and that weight starts to flip. You lose one of those sides of plates on one of those sides, and you're going to have a really, really big problem. Safety first, okay? And what I'm doing here is I'm sitting flat on my bench. My feet go flat on the floor. I'm going to lay back, and I'm going to make sure I get an even grip. So I'm looking here, you can see I've got a rough surface and a smooth surface. The bar is designed to show you how to grab an even grip. I'm going to take my thumb, put it right at the edge where
where the smooth surface and the rough surface meets with both hands, then I'm going to use that to measure. Now I'm going to reach up and grab, all right, then my thumbs come around. Now you will see some people who lift with their thumbs back here. That's a power lifting exercise. Usually people who are pretty experienced. Very dangerous because that bar can roll off your hand. You drop that weight right on your chest and injure yourself. All right, so right here, get a good secure grip. The first thing you want to do is any kind of weight you're using, you want to lift right there in your rack and replace it in your rack to assure that your body's ready for the exercise. So I'm going to lift it and then replace it. Now what happened, my muscles felt what's going on. If I had any injuries that I didn't know about, it probably would have popped out right there and I could say, oh, whoa, that didn't feel good. Maybe I shouldn't do this exercise today, okay? So I'm here, I feel pretty good, so I'm going to go for it. Feet are flat on the ground, back stays flat on the ground. I'm going to raise it off the rack, bring it above my chest, right above the nipples. Come down, touch my chest, push up. I don't want to bounce it off my chest. Just touch, up. Breathing in as I come down, out as I go up. Come to full extension, but I don't want to lock my elbows. As soon as I'm done with the exercise, lock it in the lip of the bench, make sure it's secure, let it down as you touch while I'm still holding it, let go, make sure it's secure, then I sit back up for my exercise. And that is how you execute the flat bench exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate the leg extension exercise on the weight equipment here. As you see, most weight equipment, like I said, will have adjustments. Adjustments may be here for the length of your leg. You want to hit them right about at your ankle area. You may also have an adjustment at the seat, where the seat moves in and out. Okay? I want to get it right in position where I feel comfortable sitting. I don't want to be too far back, and I don't want to be too far up. You see right here, the back of my knees, hitting right at the edge of the bench for support. Feet go in. All right, that bar is right there at the top of my ankles where the top of my feet are also helping with support. Here are my handles, grab my handles, look straight ahead. I'm going to extend that leg straight up into the area. Bring it straight up and give it a little slight hold. Now letting it down. Don't jerk. I don't want to jerk. I don't want to kick. You can destroy the equipment and you can even hurt yourself. Just right here. Again, I'm using lightweight just to demonstrate the exercise. Let it down slow, but let it as far down as you can. Try to let that weight pinch, okay? I want to get full range on that muscle. I'm coming up nice and high, okay? And that's how you execute the leg extension exercise from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate how to execute a tricep extension exercise with a rope. Okay, and as you can see, the machine I'm using is actually a shoulder or lat pull down machine. Any machine that works in this motion when you're pulling down can work for this exercise. Okay, I'm grabbing my handles, the rope right there at the handles, let the bottom of the balls hit right at the palm of my hands, the fatty part of my hand. Okay, what I'm going to do is bring my elbows to my side. Now this is the trick of the exercise. This is where a lot of people cheat. Okay, and I'm going to keep my elbows steady. Because my elbows, I don't want my elbows or shoulders doing the work. I'm going to bring straight down here, bring the rope and open the rope. You'll get to see from a chamber position for you in a second. And watch that tricep muscle flex. Okay, I'm not moving those elbows. I'm not doing this. A lot of people, you'll see them doing this because they want to lift a lot of weight, but that's not targeting the muscle. If you're a power lifter and you're trying to go for a lift for a lot of weight, that's good to do. But for what we're doing here, we're working on muscle tone and muscle strength in that muscle, okay? As you see, I'm going to turn here so you can see me. When I'm coming down, I'm spreading that rope. Spreading that rope. Knees a bit, leaning slightly forward, spreading that rope, okay? And that's how you will execute a tricep extension with the rope from abtfitness.com. Hello everyone, I'm going to demonstrate a tricep extension exercise with a single grip here. Okay, first thing I want to do is make sure I got a good grip. As you can see, I'm using basically the lat pull down shoulder machine. This machine can be used, any machine that works in this fashion
can be used for this exercise. What I want to do is make sure I got a good grip. Okay, I'm gonna switch hands so you can see from over there. Got a really good grip here. I'm going to bring that elbow to the side of my body. Okay, right here. Let you see that tricep muscle extend. Just push straight down, right back up. Down, back up. Down, and back up. Down, and back up. Same thing with the opposite side. Bring that elbow to my side. Get that elbow planted. Down, and back up. I don't want to swing my elbow. I don't want to do this. All right? That's not getting the complete exercise. That's not targeting the muscle. Right there, good technique. Good technique. And that is how you do a tricep extension with a single grip from adtfitness.com. I'm going to demonstrate a lat pull down exercise with the lat pull down machine. This is to work your lat muscles right here. Okay. First thing, of course, check your adjustments. Usually the adjustments for a lat pull down machine will be here where I want to sit and make sure that my legs fit nice and snug so when I pull that weight down, it doesn't lift me to the sky. Reach up, grab my handles. All right. Right down there, sit down, get myself locked in. Then what I'm going to do, now some people you may not be able to exercise and with this exercise, pull the bar behind your neck. If you can't, that's okay. But I am going to demonstrate behind the neck first. Okay, I'm coming right here, touch, and back up. Touch, back up. Touch, back up. Touch, back up. Touch, and back up. Now, if you're having trouble, you feel pressure in your shoulder area from touching behind your neck like that, that's okay. Just means you don't have a lot of flexibility. So what you're going to do is just come to the chest. Just like that. And that is how you would execute the lat pull down exercise on the machine, adtfitness.com.